Okay, Incognito mode, Conspiracies. Gonna do a react. The link is on the description to my live stream and to the original video. If you can give it a like, comment something, maybe recommend something if you want. I hope you stay on to the end, and let's begin. NordVPN.
By YouTube brought Conspiracies. Conspiracies? What are
Ah, yeah, there is this
What are-
conspiracy of the birds, that the birds are not real. The moon landing one, I can understand why some people, even I sometimes am not sure enough, but I can understand why some people think it's not real. But there is some others that are too much, you know. This one of the birds, I think is more of a meme, but there is truly people that really believe in that. That I'm not sure. I never found someone. Every time that I see it being referenced about is as a meme or something like that, you know?
conspiracy?
Oh yeah, the water is making the frog is gay.
What are... Look, all I want to know is, what are conspiracies?
Ah, snow. There is one of snow being man-made or something like that.
Wait a minute. Are they making the green M&M less sexy?
I think they are. They are making everything like sexy. Everything. A delicious.
I'm not a big
Decent.
conspiracy guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I kind of just like the little ones that don't really matter.
Give me an example.
I recently was grocery shopping and I bought a limited edition detergent.
Let me see if I can think of one conspiracy from my country. I don't know if I can think. I think there is the Virginia alien, ET de Virginia, that we call him, but there is a conspiracy about him, I think, that the government looked at the city and made experiments. I think these conspiracies at some point they start overlapping the things that happen. There is this one about the alien. There is a old one that on the old days in the 90s there was a day that the people thought that they could be able to see aliens spaceships, I think, and then a bunch of people got to a place. It was like a festival. But I can't think of a one right now.
That was wild berry scented. I opened it and started using it right away. And every time I clean the dishes now, I think, wow, that's a delicious wild berry scent.
Yeah.
But then I had to go to a hospital,
Wild
right?
berry.
And it just stinks like chemicals. And it's like, we have the technology to make cleaning things that smell delightful.
Oh.
Yet you go to the hospital and it smells like cat piss?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because the things on the hospital are stronger, but I'm not sure. That's an interesting conspiracy.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
That is a good point. What else have you got?
So when I was a kid, my sister had been to like a party with glow sticks.
Right.
And so she
Okay.
put a bunch of them in the freezer because she had heard that if you put a glow stick in the freezer, it stays glowing.
I heard that too. I thought it was truth. It's not truth. I remember being told that's true. I thought it was truth. Huh. So it's a conspiracy? It's a lie? It's a myth? Maybe it's a myth. Huh.
Are we for longer? I think that's not true.
It does. No, it does. It slows down the chemical reaction.
There's no chemicals. It's just little green goblins telling you with their little torches. So I'm a kid, right? And we used to have, like, you know, ice blocks. I don't know what you...
Oh, I know exactly where this is going. How many did you drink?
Ooh.
Just the one. But I
Yeah,
go into
because-
the freeze.
Because you would feel the taste. So you would know that it was not.
So I go, oh, wow, that must be some new thing. And I get some scissors from the kitchen. I snip it off. And I drink it down.
What in color was it, and what flavor?
It was a reddy purple. It tasted like soap, but it was spicy like Tabasco.
What the
Does
heck?
that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, that's good. Yep.
Now, here's where the conspiracy comes into it, right? My sisters are running around screaming in circles, he's gonna die, oh no, oh no. My mum's on the phone with like a poison control hotline or something, being like, my son just drank a glow stick.
They just think, you're the worst mother in the world.
This is your fault.
I hope you made plenty of nice arrangements for the funeral, ma'am.
There's no point making a closed casket, he'll just glow right through, won't he?
Put him in the freezer. He'll last longer.
But yeah, so here's the thing, right? They're saying, you know, you can't drink glow sticks, they're toxic, you'll die, etc. The poison can...
They say that? I mean, sure. Because it's something that glows, something that is probably chemical. I would think that is toxic, but I never talk about to the point of dying. I don't know about that.
control people. Their solution was, I had to gargle ice cubes. Not to
What the-
neutralize the chemicals, purely to get rid of that spicy, annoying sensation. So here's the conspiracy. I drank a glow stick, 0 adverse effects. Nothing happened. So they've been saying, oh no, don't drink glow sticks, they're bad for you. They'll make you sick. But I could have sworn I could see in the dark. Nothing bad happened.
So
What the
nothing
heck?
bad happened. Soapy,
With a hint of Tabasco.
wild berry.
Wild berry.
There is some crazy motherfucker out there that you're gonna hear that and whoa, I want to taste it.
Oh my god, maybe it was a wild berry. Maybe that's what. Oh my god. You don't think. You don't think.
No, it's just going to be.
That's a conspiracy. You're crazy.
Surely, it's-
You're just making it up for attention.
Oh, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Toilets.
Yes.
I think there is no standard for what the big button does and what the small button does.
I agree.
I'm going to need you to elaborate on that.
So,
I
okay.
agree. Because sometimes there is some toilets that makes no difference. The small one puts the same amount of water than the big one, and sometimes even more. But I mean, my country, things normally don't work in my country, so
Very often, people go number one. Less often, people go number two. So, naturally, the big one is the one that's frequently pressed because it's the big one. It's the one that everybody aims for, right? So that should be the small fluff.
I don't know about that. Because the way I talk about it is the big one is more water. The small one is less water. At least that's wise how I talk about it. So for number one, it would be the small one, and number two would be the big one. So it's a different train of talk.
feel like
Ah, exactly. Now look at this one.
No, don't misconstrue me. I think you're an idiot.
So you're telling me that the small button gets pressed more often than the big button?
It's
It's less water.
Yeah, it's not so simple, is it?
I understand your logic, but I think it's built on a weak predicate. You're conflating big with important, when in this case, big means big, in that it's the big flush, it's the full flush, and the small means half flush. It's a
Now, you're telling me that this button gets pressed 5 times as often as this one on the left?
No, I know.
I don't believe it. So what I'm saying is that across all toilets, there is a non-standardization. Look at this. Which one is it?
It's 1 water and 2 water. One is less water and one is more water. It's like that's so clear to me.
Wrong. One big drop
Basic
for solid,
logic.
2 smaller drops for liquid. Which one is it?
The one on the left is the half flush, and the one on the right is the full flush.
Which one's the bigger one? You don't know.
It's the moon.
I don't know.
It's the moon looking one. This one here.
Oh, nobody knows. Only the plumber.
The one on the left is the full flush. The one on the right is the half flush. Yeah, go on. Give us another one. This is easy. I can do this all day.
Not so easy now, is it?
The one on the left is the full flush, and the one on the right's the half flush. Maybe you just don't have an eye for it.
I think this is like gold like the sun, so it's P.
Yeah.
And then dark like the moon,
What the?
so it's the darker stuff.
Why is it red?
What if we just had one button, and instead we used AI to determine how large the flush should be? Or a dial
Automatic.
and a button. Turn
Or automatic. The moment the toilet AI saw you going away and stop using, they would automatically flush or something like that.
the dial for small amount, more, and then, full.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but I always will go the small one.
Really?
100%.
I don't think I've ever pressed the small button.
Well-
And I don't in public bathrooms because I don't like the idea. So I just hold it and then get very sick. But I always press the big one because that's the big button. Why wouldn't I press the big button?
Maybe it's because I've grown up in places where there's levels of water restriction. I half flush on number twos.
Really?
I almost never use a full flush. Like, I could not tell you the last time I've used a full flush. I remember when I learnt the rhyme, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. And I was at my
What
mum's
the-
work when I was like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8. And I was in an elevator with my mum and a woman who I found out was her boss. And I was like, Mum, check this out. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
the
If
fuck?
it's brown, flush it down.
What? And then you just said the rhyme?
Yeah, and then Mum's like, oh, that's great. That's great, shut up. She's like, I wish that glow stick took you.
There was a time we were on tank water and we used to have a saying, if it's yellow, say goodbye, fellow. If it's brown, let it stick around.
What the?
No flush for number 2. Big flush for number 1. Ad time. What does the VPN?
Not VPN.
VPN
What the
stand
hell? It's kind of loud.
An ancient society has kept this knowledge hidden for millennia.
Or at least, that's what my archaeologist grandfather told me. Behold, Nord boy, one of the Nord ruins' many puzzles. See how it reroutes my data.
Supposedly,
Whoa,
he does
You just opened the Theodore
good ads.
Roosevelt. Where are we going, Nordman?
With NordVPN servers all over the globe, anywhere the clues lead. Look, on the back of the statue of David. Give me your UV light. It's a message from the founding fathers. With this, we can get the international Netflix catalog and a whole bunch of other geo-locked streaming content like BBC iPlayer and Japanese DTV. All the clues are lining up with the next solar eclipse. We gotta get to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier
Tomb
before
of
this
the
exclusive
Unknown
deal
Soldier.
expires. Uh-oh, it's the Society of Online Marketers. We've been trying to track your every step, Nordman. They want to make an online profile of our web traffic so they can target us with advertising. And I can't let that happen.
Is that what I think it is?
Martin Luther King Jr.'s Dreamcatcher.
What the fuck?
Don't let go, Nordman!
I wasn't going to.
The eclipse is happening now. The
It
ancient riddle.
has
Virtual,
I can't say riddle.
private. We've got 2 of 3.
What could the N stand for, Nordman?
I'm afraid to find out. From the producers of Nordshank Redemption and director Christopher Nordlin. I'm afraid your adventure stops here, Nordman. Hand over Harriet Tubman's cipher, or I'll shoot the boy. This temple had its
What the
IP
fuck
address
is this ad?
exposed. It's gonna collapse.
The key to the cipher. It's on your grandfather's old pocket watch, which he gave you on his deathbed in his will before he died.
If it was known, it would mean the end of civilization itself.
Oh, network.
Virtual private
Network.
network.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I thought it would be.
Not.
So get NordVPN today. Go to nordvpn.com
Maybe I need a new
to
VPN.
get a huge deal on a 2-year plan plus 4 bonus months. Ad over.
Also fake.
Had to get some
MRI.
MRIs a while back. They were really long. It was like an hour and a half. I'm in this machine. So it's
An hour and a half? What the fuck? I think I did some of this, but it wasn't that long. It was some minutes, I'm not sure.
like really boring.
Did you not have a phone?
No, but they gave us headphones which played music. The guy was like, "What kind of music do you listen to?" And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I usually mostly listen to like video game stuff." So he's like, "All right." So he goes, "Fuck, this is already making me
What
laugh."
did he put?
So he goes on YouTube Music and types in video game music playlist, and he's like, "What does this look all right?" Now it was a bunch of like Undertale and stuff. So he puts it on.
Yeah.
Puts me on the table. And he puts the thing, the headphones
Spend
on, locks
one
my
more
head in,
hour
and
listening
the music
to
starts playing, and it's
Undertale.
like the Skyrim main theme song. Just imagine this mental image of me getting fed into an MRI machine while it's Dovagin, Dovagin, Dovagin. That was very funny. But later on, when I came out of the machine, he was like, "Oh, how's the music going?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, it's great. It played some stuff from Shin Megami Tensei 4, which it did."
Never played,
And
but
he
the
goes,
sounds
"Yeah,
nice.
and Donkey Kong."
Hey, aquatic ambience is something that the guy that made it, that I don't remember his name now, sorry. But aquatic ambience from Donkey Kong, it's a thing that I don't know, transcended the I don't know, he was graced with that soundtrack. Something he supered himself. I don't know how to put it to words, but I think aquatic ambience is something special, you know. I really like aquatic ambience. I never finished it. Donkey Kong. I remember that my computer I had a past with a bunch of Nintendo games, and it had the Donkey Kong too. I never finished it, but I always liked to play it. Maybe I should try to finish it on stream someday. Yeah, I could try it. But aquatic ambience, and there is another one too that I really like it, but I don't remember the name. But aquatic ambience is something that transcended. Yeah, I don't know how to put it in words, but I think aquatic ambience is something special.
Oh, now that's relatable.
Well, okay, the point of the MRI story was not the Dovahkiin music. The point is that you're in there for like an hour and a half, and it's just making a bunch of really loud noises, but you can't see anything happening.
Was it an MRI of your head?
That was my whole spine.
Your whole spine.
It's crazy technology. No.
It is. It is. Do you reckon it's real?
MRIs. Nah, I reckon they just put you in and then they just get someone in Blender and they just like put together a spine.
Someone
and they're
make
like,
the
yeah,
ass.
and they just make it all fucked up and they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna have to take your spine out, put your spine back in.
You didn't drink any glue sticks when you were a kid, did you?
They do that before they put you in. It's like you don't have any like metal piercings, any tattoos, da da da. You didn't drink any glow sticks when you were 4, did you? No, ma'am. Have you ever had an MRI before?
Yeah, actually, my doctor was worried I might be just like too smart.
Or too handsome.
Yeah, and so they had to take a whole bunch of scans and they were like, what's going on? These numbers are off the charts. And they were seeing like parts glowing and stuff. And they're like, I think this guy's using more than 10%.
There's actually no problems at all. You might be the most healthy and handsome man we've ever scanned. Can you sign this document? It's just a release form. I'm like, yeah, anything for a fan.
This one that I
What do you
talked
think about
about
space?
in the
I like
in
it.
the beginning.
I honestly, I don't. Perhaps we went to the moon, but I think the footage we have isn't real.
I think they went to Mars and filmed it there.
Just because the lighting was better?
Yeah, we don't have the technology.
They just color corrected it.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that makes a lot more sense. Because they were going to do it on Venus, but when they tried to green screen it out, it just, yeah.
Because they're not directors, so they would just be there with the camera. Like, they don't know to hold it in, like, widescreen mode. They're, like, there with their phone, doing it in vertical.
Can you imagine Neil Armstrong's up there with the camera, and he doesn't realize he's actually got it on selfie camera, and he's just like, yeah, check this out. It's just on selfie camera.
They had to reconstruct it off the reflections from
The
his
reflection,
helmet.
yeah.
So there's the three. There's Armstrong
Buzz Lightyear.
and
Buzz
Collins. Andrew Collins.
Well, I'm just going to say third astronaut, in case his name. Michael Collins.
Oh.
Nice one. Egghead. Oh, he's dead. That's a shame.
He died on the moon.
Yeah, they'll have to leave
Italy.
him there. Oh, look, here's a picture of Michael Collins meeting President Trump.
Oh, really?
That's nice. Yeah.
Some say it was his greatest
Big head.
achievement.
It's great. It's like, oh, sorry, he's busy. We can get you Obama. No. Well, I mean, I like the idea if it's just like Trump like doesn't know who he is. He's like, oh yeah, well, you're Buzz's friend. Yeah, Woody. That was my Trump impression. But like his expression looks like.
Oh, yeah, wow, he's seen some stuff.
Her face is
I've got
strange
something
too.
really important to tell you, Mr. President. You gotta know about the moon. There's a thing.
There's goblins on the moon.
I haven't told anyone before.
They took
But
Neil
they
and they
waited
took
to-
Buzz. There's goblins on the moon.
I haven't told
They waited till he's looking. What the heck?
anyone before.
They took Neil and they took Buzz and they replaced him.
Oh, fuck.
And no one will listen to me.
Do you think he gets sick of the moon? Because there's nothing anyone wants to talk to him about except for the moon, right?
The moon, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon he goes out at night and he sees the moon. He's like, oh, fuck off. What happens to werewolves on the moon? If you put a werewolf
mean-
on
Let me hear it again.
Neil and they took Buzz and they replaced him.
Oh, fuck.
And no one will listen to me.
Do you think he gets sick of the moon? Because
Sick
there's
of the
nothing
moon?
anyone wants to talk to him about except for the moon, right?
I mean, come on. Going to the moon, I think it's something that's going to be human history to the rest of the day. So, for the first time, so it makes sense, right? But I guess the person could get tired of people talking the same shit every day.
Moon, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon he goes out at night and he sees the moon. He's like, oh, fuck off. What happens to werewolves on the moon? If you put a werewolf on the moon, does he just turn into a
Werewolves?
werewolf all the
Well,
time?
yeah, they're just werewolves
What
all
the
the time.
fuck?
Yeah.
Do they need spacesuits?
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be scary.
that'd be really spooky.
What do you reckon's the scariest thing you could find on the moon?
The previous crew.
Apollo
Oh,
1.
true.
So you're on the moon.
Sorry, let me just pretend that the moon's real for a second. Okay, yeah, I'm on the moon. Go on.
You're bouncing around, and it's great. You're having a
Okay.
good time. But
What if you bounce too high? Will you fall off? Can you fall off the moon?
no, you can't fall off the moon. What does it even mean?
I mean, I just think that it's like, what if it's like,
Where? Down space? Fall to the bottom of space?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe you fall off the moon. Maybe you trip and fumble and you just got to sort of keep going. I think that's the angriest I've ever heard you. Do you reckon they started doing push-ups and they're like, yeah, check this out. 150 push-ups. Easy.
Like one finger.
But he's doing it with his knees down. He's like,
No, just film from the top half up. Neil, film from the top half up.
part of me thinks, just part of
It
me, deep in my
seems hard to move on this astronaut. How do you call it? Garment? No, there's another name. I forgot the word now.
soul thinks, I reckon you could fall off the moon.
What, you're just walking around normally, you just gotta be really careful.
God, I hope I don't fall.
Trip, and then whoop. When I was a
Finding
kid, I
bad
read
stuff.
a book called The Blue Nowhere by Jeffrey D.
Go on.
It's a deadly game of cat and mouse, where one guy is the world's greatest hacker, and the other one is a brilliant but tortured criminal
His father.
who's slightly new to the computing world, right? There's one point where they're having their hack off, and they're like, we gotta get into his mainframe, and then he's like, he's hacking into our mainframe at the same time, and they're going back and forth, who can counter-hack the best? And then it seems as though the hacker guy has kind of stopped. Maybe we did it, maybe we won. All of a sudden, the computer that they were hacking on explodes
What the fuck?
because the bad guy hacker managed to turn off all the cooling fans and it just somehow exploded. What I'm trying to get around to is, how come the NSA doesn't do cool shit like that?
Yeah. It's never something cool like Watchdog, like hack.
NSA doesn't do
NSA. I don't know
Bullshit
what
like-
NSA is.
that.
It's probably the abbreviation to some entity.
Yeah. It's never something cool like Watchdog, like hacking the bollards. And I'm like, dude, a bollard hack, activate. In a world connected by Web 3.0, nothing is safe.
Imagine we like go to war with China. They press the button and all the bollards go up.
Ooh.
But then I've got a sweet motorbike and I can get between the bollards. So I'm driving
What's
on my
that
scooter.
one?
I've got a
They press the button and all the bollards go up at once.
This one, you couldn't pass. But I could go around, so it's okay the same way.
Then I've got a sweet motorbike and I can get between the bollards. So I'm driving on my sweet motorbike. I'm listening to Day and Night by Kid Cudi.
Cut the Skyrim.
Yeah, I've got Skyrim theme playing.
They're hacking all the traffic lights. They're turning them all red.
But I mean, I don't stop at red lights anyway. Nice try.
So next, they use up all the prepaid mobile data on your phone, and suddenly you can't connect to the internet.
And my plan doesn't reset until the 10th, so my hack gets cancelled.
My hack gets cancelled.
And which is hard because my other hand was already holding a beer, so now my hand's
I love that idea. Just being at the, I don't know, the NSA, the CIA headquarters. Stand down. Cancel the hack.
we need him working for us.
The thing is, like, you've got the movie version of hacking,
I'm getting hacked.
Yeah.
This is major.
What the
and then you've got the real life version of hacking,
It's
which
boring.
is much more boring.
I was wondering
Yes.
if you can take a look at a website I'm trying to get to.
Sure, what's the website?
By clicking that link, he's just given David full access to his computer.
We're on his computer right now.
Tedious.
But what if actually it is as fun as in the movies, and it's much more like, yeah, have you seen Swordfish?
Yeah.
You're like spinning a cube around, and you're going, the cipher is being decrypted.
Oh yeah.
You see the number going up. That would be
What
so
the-
exciting.
it would be
I
nice,
think
true.
that's actually what hacking is like.
It would probably make much more people be interested on coding and hacking.
And there's a deliberate move to pretend that it's not.
But what? Like why?
I heard that the underground, government, whatever, I heard that they actually have like this big document that effectively has like contingencies for a whole bunch of really strange scenarios.
Well, what kind of contingencies would it be? Like what happens if the president has a sore tummy today and he has to do an address?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
I reckon it'd be like, it wouldn't be an easy, simple solution. It would be the most convoluted thing possible. It's like, all right, so we actually have a clone of him ready to go. So he can stay in bed. The clone can go out and do this.
Another conspiracy.
wait a minute. What if you
The clone,
cloned
the
Trump,
clone
Sure.
then
conspiracy.
dispatched with the original?
I had that. I remember seeing when we studied about the genetic things and clones. Clones is one of the things that appears. I remember seeing that the animals that were cloned, they lived to half of the life, to half. They only lived half of the life of the original, but I'm not sure. And there is probably, I don't know, but I think that probably there is some crazy scientists or laboratories or governments out there in the world that have tried uh, human cloning? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know how difficult it could be, and how hard, and how the government and the entities that take care of genetic things, how much they oversee the things, how much they took care. Maybe it's something that can't happen because they are looking at it, but I don't know why, because I don't, you know how humans are, you know. Of course they would try. There will be someone that will try to do it. So uh I think I I try to think if maybe the human clone, would they live less like the animal clone or not? Or I am wrong in the thinking that the animal clone live less. No, I'm not sure.
Would the clone still be president?
Would he still want to be president?
Hmm.
You'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe it's my chance to be my own guy.
What if he goes to sign the thing at the inauguration?
Yeah.
And some other guy runs in real fast and signs his name.
I'm pretty sure that just doesn't count.
What if you're swearing in the president and it's a woman and she's pregnant at the time? Is the baby also president?
No, I think
What if conjoined twins win the presidency?
It
one's
would be
president, one's vice president.
Yes.
That is an
interesting.
intriguing prospect.
Because they're not supposed to have the president and the vice president in the same room at the same time.
That sounds like fake.
No, it's true, because what if someone bombs the room? Then you lose both.
But what about all those pictures where it's like Obama and Biden hugging?
Did you know that Trump has never met with that other guy?
JD Vance.
Yes. They've never met. Because they can't ever be in the same room at the same time. It's illegal. That both
They
be
never
immediate-
met? Well, maybe at the time of this video. What the heck? Wait, let me see. It seems like my model is kinda lagging. Let me see how the stream is going. The stream is okay, I think. It seems okay. Huh. Strange. I saw my model lagging. Huh. Anyway.
It is illegal.
It is illegal. Yeah, no. I actually had a girlfriend like that where we couldn't be in the. It was.
What if
Yeah.
Putin wanted to hang out with Trump like all the time, like be friends with him, and Trump was like, I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't leave. And so eventually he had to get a restraining order against him. But then Putin was like, well, you can't because I have diplomatic immunity.
Ooh, that is very intriguing.
What would you do?
It'd have to become a.
But a diplomatic immunity works like that. I don't know how it works.
extra legal process where it's like, oh yeah, hi Putin. Yeah, no, Donald's
fraud-
not feeling
this
very well
fraud-
today. We're just putting him to bed, so you might have to just come back another day, Putin.
Dodging him.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I don't think there are any real restrictions on Air Force One.
Oh yeah, okay, go on.
So is the president allowed to just fly around to wherever to get ice cream or whatever? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, okay, now stop here. Yeah, that was good. Now let's stop here. Yes, let's stop at this Ben and Jerry's.
Could be completely wrong. But when Air Force One goes somewhere, there's like 2 other identical Air Force Ones that are like also going. So it's like,
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon the limitation comes down
This
to
is not true.
mechanical constraint. Like, there's just not enough space.
So
for
he
3
was
planes at Ben and
completely
Jerry's.
wrong.
Yeah, I suppose it's the landing. I asked that to, I sent a DM to Notch once, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been on a private plane. Like, let's say you're going from New York to LA. Are you allowed to just say mid-flight, hey, can you stop and we'll get ice cream? And
Did he reply?
he said, Nothing, he didn't reply. So I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know. I've never been on a private plane. I don't know what the rules are.
I just want to clarify. Did you actually message Notch that?
Yeah.
That's so funny, man.
Who's Notch? I don't know. It's basically
You know what we forgot to do? Who are you?
Oh yeah. Hello, everyone.
It's Mr. B.
I'm
From Story Mode.
an editor.
Listen,
Story
we got
Mode.
Story Mode. We got other channels,
Ah,
right?
not the
It's
channel.
got two problems. Number one, not enough people do reactions. I go to YouTube. I go to reactions.
Ooh.
Everybody react in main channel.
Yes, yes.
Incognito. Where are the Story Mode reactions? What the hell? Also, other problem. Story Mode.
Story
bad
Mode.
name. I'm changing it.
It's-
Explained. I think that's a better name.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I like it when people have to pronounce things funny.
Explained.
Have you
Okay.
noticed, like on main channel?
Their
like,
own
you know what?
creators asking for it, so I guess I can try to do some yeah, some. Oh, okay. I can try story mode, but this one is kind of long. There is some kind of long videos. Interesting. I'll give it a look. Okay.
Why it's called the Varus
Strax,
Strix Buck?
Strax,
Yeah.
Strax,
It
Strax
means
Buck.
nothing. It's just so that when I knew reaction channels and we're gonna watch it, they would pronounce it funny.
This is the Varus Strax book. Strake's book. I can't just read what he wrote, apparently.
And it was just like funny to me that they'd have to. Anyway, point is, I like explained better. I think it's better because then you know what you're getting.
But maybe some people haven't seen story mode.
Oh,
so
right, well,
what are they
It's-
getting?
They playing games, I think.
He goes running for many
miles along
the road.
I forgot to turn on the mic. Okay. So this story mode is kind of how can I say it? You make a story in the game himself. I think there is some old channels. This is a kind of old style kind of game of game now of a YouTube video.
Blood Meridian.
Until he comes across an old petrol station? Whoa! And there he meets a new hairy four-legged friend.
Legs, Mr. B.
No, Mr.
I
Z,
never
this is a
played
dog.
another game that I never played. Fallout. I can play from the first to the I don't know how much there is. I know there is a Las Vegas one and there is others. I don't remember the names, but I can play from the first to the last.
Dog called Dog Meat, and he's gonna be our new friend.
Nate asks if he's seen Sean at all.
Give me Sean! Now!
Alas, this shepherd hound only speaks German.
Ihr Sohn ist 60 Jahre alt und leitet das Institut.
Do you think this boy could have used a harpoon? Look at him. He's a wee lad.
No, he's far too scrawny. Thin-necked urchin dunderpate like you could never wield a poon such as this.
Are you Alex?
Weirdly, he recognizes her.
That's me.
I'm Ryan.
If she was taking that kind of body language, I would not dare.
Yeah,
Taking another step forward,
No.
yeah. Well, it's
Bro.
like when it- like a dog.
That
I
kind
mean,
of body
look,
language.
it's trying to protect yourself kind of.
Language I would not dare.
Yeah, taking another
approach.
step forward,
No.
yeah. Well, it's like when it, like a dog, its ears go back.
Yeah,
and starts showing its teeth.
kind of like that.
Yeah, boy. Like no, scoot into the corner, little fella.
It is the perfect background content.
Generally, what happens is
background.
you'll come in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
usually like 12:30 or something. You just woke up.
Yeah.
And you're like, I kind of just feel like watching video games today.
Yeah. I don't want to play it. But tell me what's happening.
Indiana Jones is solving a puzzle in the temple.
Oh, what kind of puzzle?
He's got to pour holy wine down a drain to get pictures of Jesus.
What the hell?
Oh, it's just too complicated. Skip this part.
Oh no, but we need to do it.
Do some sound effects with your mouth. Make it more funny.
And then you like throw an empty beer bottle at me. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the conspiracy.
NordVPN.com/incognito. NordVPN to again, thanks.
Okay, now let me end the video. Oh yeah, I have to end the recording. Okay, if you stayed until the end, thank you. Leave it a like, leave a comment recommending something. If you want to be reacted. There is the link to my live stream. If you want to catch lives and talk with me, I don't know. Okay, bye bye.